So, you're sitting there thinking, what if this is humanity's last war? Well, let me tell you, that question isn't just a random thought. It's the kind of idea that makes your brain do a little dance. We've been fighting for centuries, from ancient battles to modern-day conflicts, and now we're asking if it's all over? It's like someone flipped a switch and suddenly, peace is on the menu. Right now, the world is in the middle of some pretty intense global conflicts. Think Ukraine, Gaza, Yemen, and even places you might not have heard about. But here's the twist. These wars are getting more expensive, more complicated, and more dangerous than ever before. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube with your eyes closed while someone is timing you. But wait, what if we're actually at a turning point? What if this isn't just another chapter in the story of war, but the final act? That idea might sound too good to be true, but let's not ignore the facts. The cost of war is climbing faster than your gym membership fee, and more people are starting to realize that peace isn't just a dream, it's a necessity. So why would we think this could be the last war? Well, for starters, technology is changing the game in ways we never imagined. Drones, AI, cyber warfare, these aren't just tools. They're like the new superpowers of the 21st century. And let's face it, no one wants to get into a war with someone who has a drone that can drop bombs from the sky. Then there's the economic angle. Wars are expensive, and when you start adding up all the costs, lives lost, infrastructure destroyed, economies crippled, it becomes clear that fighting isn't just about winning. It's about losing everything. And in today's world, where global trade is more interconnected than ever, no one can afford to lose a war anymore. Alright, let's talk about how technology is turning warfare into a high-stakes game of chess with AI as the grandmaster. Imagine a world where battles are fought not by soldiers but by machines that can think faster than you can blink. Artificial intelligence isn't just making war smarter, it's making it more deadly. Think of drones that don't need pilots, robots that can navigate battlefields like they're playing a video game, and cyber attacks that can cripple entire nations without firing a single bullet. It's like the future of war is being written by tech companies with a side of chaos. Cyber warfare has become the new front line, where hackers are the real soldiers and data is the battlefield. Imagine an enemy launching a digital attack that takes down power grids, disrupts communication systems, or even manipulates your social media feeds to sow confusion. It's not just about winning wars anymore, it's about controlling information and outsmarting opponents in the virtual realm. And let's be honest, it's way more exciting than digging trenches. Autonomous weapons are like the ultimate mercenaries, programmed to do the dirty work without getting their hands dirty. These machines can identify targets, make decisions, and even engage in combat all on their own. While this might reduce human casualties, it also raises a big question. Who's really in charge? Are we creating machines that could one day decide who lives and who dies? It's like giving your toaster the power to choose your breakfast, except instead of toast, it's bullets. On the flip side, technology is also offering hope. AI can help predict conflicts before they escalate, cyber defenses can protect critical infrastructure, and autonomous systems can reduce the need for human soldiers in dangerous situations. It's a double-edged sword that could either lead to an era of peace or a new kind of warfare where humans are more removed from the chaos than ever before. So, is technology our greatest ally or our most dangerous weapon? The answer might be as complex as the code behind it. In the end, the future of war isn't just about who has the biggest bomb, it's about who can outthink the other side. Technology is reshaping how we fight, but it's also forcing us to ask tough questions about ethics, control, and what it means to be human in a world where machines are making decisions for us. So next time you're scrolling through your phone, remember, you might be one click away from changing the course of history. So imagine this, the world is like a chessboard, and every nation is a piece. For decades, the game has been dominated by two big players, America and Russia, with China quietly building its own empire of influence. But now, things are changing faster than a chess move in a hurry. The old powerhouses are getting older, slower, and maybe even a little tired, while new countries are stepping up to take their place like fresh recruits in a military parade. Let's talk about the big shift, the rise of China. Once just a giant factory producing everything from smartphones to socks, China is now flexing its muscles on the global stage. They're investing heavily in technology, building massive infrastructure projects across Africa and Southeast Asia, and even developing their own space program. It's like they're saying, hey, we're not just here for the tea anymore, we're here to rule the world. And while some countries are worried about this, others see it as an opportunity to partner with a rising superpower. Meanwhile, the United States is dealing with its own challenges. After years of being the global policeman, America is now facing budget cuts, political gridlock, and a growing sense that its influence is waning. The country is also grappling with internal issues like climate change, social inequality, and a divided public opinion on foreign policy. It's not just about losing power, it's about redefining what kind of global leader the US wants to be in this new era. Then there's Russia, which has been playing its own game. After the Cold War, Russia tried to fade into the background, but it's making a comeback by asserting itself in regions like Ukraine and Syria. They're also investing heavily in cyber warfare and nuclear capabilities, showing that they're not just a relic of the past, they're still a major player with a lot to say about global affairs. But here's where things get interesting. As these power dynamics shift, the world is becoming more interconnected than ever before. Countries are forming new alliances, trading partnerships, and even collaborating on climate change and space exploration. This kind of cooperation could lead to a more stable international order, where no single nation can dominate the globe like it used to. It's not just about who wins, it's about how we all play together without tearing up the board. Imagine if every country on Earth was part of one giant global family. That's basically what globalization has done, except instead of sharing cookies and stories, we're sharing supply chains, technology, and even cultural trends. It's like everyone is now playing a game together, and no one wants to ruin the fun by starting a war. You see, when countries are economically tied up in each other's success or failure, it becomes really hard to justify going to war. Think of it as a giant web where pulling on one thread affects the whole thing. Take something as simple as your morning coffee. That cup you're sipping probably has beans from Brazil, milk from New Zealand, and maybe even some sugar from India. All these countries are connected through trade, which means if one country starts a war, it could disrupt this entire chain of events. It's like trying to play chess with all the pieces on the board. Every move affects everything else. In that sense, war isn't just about winning or losing. It's about risking the whole game. Socially, globalization has made us more aware of each other's struggles and achievements. Social media, international news, and cultural exchanges have created a shared global consciousness. When people see how interconnected we are, they're less likely to support conflict that could harm others. It's like having a big group chat where everyone is talking about the same issues. No one wants to start a fight when there's so much more to talk about. But here's the catch. This interdependence isn't always a guarantee of peace. Sometimes, it can create new tensions or even make conflicts more complex. For example, if one country relies heavily on another for critical resources, that dependency could lead to power imbalances and potential disputes. However, in most cases, mutual reliance acts as a natural deterrent because the cost of war is just too high when you're all tied together. So, while globalization isn't a magic bullet for world peace, it does provide a strong incentive for cooperation. It's like having a global community where everyone has a stake in each other's success. In this scenario, war becomes less appealing because the consequences are far-reaching and potentially devastating. And honestly, who wants to risk losing everything just to win a game that could end up hurting everyone? Imagine a world where war is no longer an option. It's not just the absence of conflict. It's a complete reimagining of how we live, work, and connect with one another. If peace becomes permanent, the first thing that changes is our economy. No more spending billions on weapons, military bases, or soldiers. That money could be redirected toward healthcare, education, and clean energy. Suddenly, everyone has access to better hospitals, smarter schools, and renewable power sources. It's like upgrading your entire city with a single click, except this time, it's for the whole planet. Culturally, peace would mean a shift in values. No more glorifying violence or celebrating war heroes. Instead, we'd start valuing empathy, collaboration, and innovation. Think of how our art, music, and literature might change. If there's no need to write about battles or survival, we'd focus on stories that inspire hope, creativity, and unity. Imagine a world where every song is about love, not war, and every movie ends with people working together to solve problems instead of fighting them. It's like replacing your favorite action movies with heartwarming dramas. Except this time, it's real life. On a global scale, peace would force nations to rethink their priorities. No more competition for resources or dominance over other countries. Instead, we'd have to work together on sustainability and development. Think of how climate change could be tackled if every country had a shared goal instead of conflicting interests. Imagine a world where the United Nations isn't just a talking shop but an actual force for good, where nations collaborate on clean energy projects, share technology, and invest in global health initiatives. It's like turning your neighborhood into a cooperative community, except it's the entire planet. But peace doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means we have to be better. Without the threat of war, There's no excuse for greed, corruption, or inequality. We'd need new systems to ensure fairness and justice for all. It's like upgrading your phone from a basic model to a smart one. Suddenly, you can do so much more, but it also means you have to learn how to use the features properly. Peace is a powerful tool, but it requires us to be responsible with it. In short, peace isn't just about avoiding war. It's about building a better future for everyone. It means rethinking our economy, culture, and global priorities in ways that prioritize people over profit, cooperation over competition, and sustainability over destruction. If we can achieve this, we might finally be on the path to a world where humanity thrives together instead of fighting against itself.